Good morning, welcome to CATEX TV. My name is Frank Fortunato. Today is Thursday, August 31st, 2017. If you have Twitter and want to follow us there, please go to CATEX TV. Chemical reactions at a flooded Texas factory in Harris County near Houston has resulted in flames and explosions, sending 15 sheriff's deputies to the hospital for smoke inhalations. Apparently the plant, which is owned by Arkema Chemical, contained different organic peroxides that were released. Arkema had been well aware of this. Arkema North America had warned that a fire or explosion in the next few days at the chemical plant, which is now flooded on the outskirts of Houston, was virtually inevitable. The plant had lost power Sunday, which it needed to refrigerate the volatile chemicals. The high water that exists on the site, the company said, and the lack of power leaves us with no way to prevent it. And because of the flooding, they're blocked from taking any meaningful actions. Authorities have warned local residents to stay indoors. As of right now, firefighters are simply planning on letting it burn out. Warren Buffett has commented on the Hurricane Harvey situation. He said that he expects the insured loss from Harvey will be large, but that the uninsured loss will eclipse it. He also admitted that his auto insurer, Geico, was going to face a similar impact to the one it suffered from Superstorm Sandy. He expressed disbelief at the scale of the disaster unfolding in Texas. Quote, "It's sort of unbelievable, 14 trillion gallons of water being dropped from the sky. It's staggering." He said, with Geico, we have about 500,000 insured cars in that area. We don't know at this point what the damage is, but I wouldn't be surprised if we had 50,000 losses. Most of them would be total losses. When asked what he thought the insured loss estimates that have been publicized, suggesting that the insurance market could face 10 to 20 billion of losses from Harvey, while the economic losses could be as high as $150 billion. Buffett said those numbers don't strike me as silly in any way. When he was asked about the exposure Berkshire Hathaway would have on its reinsurance book, Buffett said that it would be much less than had the storm occurred 10 years earlier. He said, "We used to write a lot of what we called super cat, and then we didn't have any hurricanes for a long time, so the rates kept coming down and down. The wind doesn't know what the rates are, so if you get the wrong rate on an insurance, you're going to lose money over time, so we got out of the business." Reinsurers who do provide a measure of protection to the U.S. National Flood Insurance Program could suffer a total loss given the magnitude of Harvey. This is according to Fitch Ratings. The NFIP placed its first significant reinsurance program in January of this year, ceding a little over $1 billion in coverage to a group of 25 private insurers and Lloyd's syndicates. They're going to have to pay, apparently, in full. Meanwhile, out in the eastern Atlantic, off the Cape Verde Islands, is Tropical Storm Irma, which right now already has wind speeds of 65 miles per hour. It's moving straight on a course to the Lesser Antilles Islands to the west. It's expected to reach Category 3 strength by this coming Monday. Where it goes after that will be a matter of great concern to everybody. At least 16 people have died in a building collapse in Mumbai, India. Apparently it was an apartment building in the area of Bendi Bazaar. This is after several days of monsoon-like rain, which killed 10 other people from flooding. 70,000 residents of Frankfurt, Germany, had been told to evacuate by this weekend because of the discovery of a large 3,000-pound unexploded bomb from World War II. The evacuation area is about 1.8 miles in size. It's the biggest of any recent memory in Germany. Some 1.3 million tons of bombs were dropped on Germany during World War II, and about 10% of that still remain buried and underground. Negotiations between the United Kingdom and the EU, one of the series of discussions on the Brexit, apparently did not progress too well this week. Michael Barnier, the chief European negotiator, said negotiations are still quite far away from being in a position to begin talks on future trade arrangements, which is, of course, what the United Kingdom is desperately desirous of. The Europeans are saying there has to be concrete progress on the so-called divorce bill, i.e. the amount of money that Britain still owes the EU, as well as the overall situation of citizens' rights of Europeans who are living in Britain. British, meanwhile, said there had been some progress on the relationship between the Republic of Ireland and Northern Ireland. The British said that they had put forth a very pragmatic and flexible tone, but it was not matched by their European negotiating counterparts. What else is new? That's the news for today. If we have any breaking news, we'll come back and tell you. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow.